Although exquisite jewelry has been around for many generations, the popularity of costume jewelry evolved after World War I, when precious metals became scarce. Governments involved in war efforts required all metal be used for the armed services defense purposes. Therefore, innovative artists began imitating genuine upper-class jewelry with lower-priced and more affordable costume jewelry, using simulated substances instead of precious gemstones. Bakelite plastic was discovered and used to form colorful bangle and cuff bracelets and fun brooches, among many other things, in the early part of the 20th century. Rhinestones and polished simulated gemstones were made to compensate for the lack of the real thing. Some designers created such brilliant masterpieces of costume jewelry that they were sought after by movie personalities of the day. Thereafter, the general public started buying up costume jewelry so they could have that same wealthy, glamorous feeling. After all, it was now affordable. Costume jewelry became available to everyone, cheap, colorful, chunky plastic beads to expensive matching parures. During the 1940s through the 1980s, magazine covers and ads for women's clothing, accessories, and makeup always included pictures of jewelry, like this old Revlon ad. Over the years, people started collecting costume jewelry by their favorite design, theme, style, motif, or price range. There are literally hundreds of ways you can collect vintage jewelry, whatever meets your fancy. That's what makes jewelry collecting so interesting. There are no rules. Jewelry by famous designers will often bring a hefty price tag. In the 1920s, Coco Chanel, who already had a successful fashion business, added a jewelry line to be accepted by women of all social levels. She was adamant about women expressing themselves through the art of jewelry. An arch rival of Coco Chanel during that early time was Elsa Schiaparelli. Bringing wit and fantasy to the jewelry world, she often incorporated her favorite color, hot pink, into her designs. Hattie Carnegie started designing whimsical and elegant jewelry in the 1920s to complement her fashionable clothing line. Boucher Jewelry, created by Frenchman Marcel Boucher, came into existence in the 1930s. His quality and colorful pieces of costume jewelry are frequently mistaken for precious metal and gemstones. Kenneth J. Lane's jewelry statement was often bright, bold, and elegant, covering themes such as Roman, Greek, Egyptian, medieval, Renaissance, Art Deco, and Asian. Stone clarity and brilliance were marks of quality for his costume jewelry. He often designed pieces for other companies besides his own. Miriam Haskell's jewelry began in the 1930s and was found in high-priced New York department stores. It is highly sought after, due to being made with the highest quality beads and stones available in the world. Her chief designers traveled extensively to find the best source of jewelry materials. Many of her pieces are highly complex in workmanship. The jewelry name Florenza was established in the late 1940s. This company strongly represented Renaissance and Victorian pieces of jewelry art using cameos, enameling, gold-toned metals, frosted and aurora borealis rhinestones, and filigree work in their masterpieces. Hobe's jewelry line was a family business which actually began in Paris in 1887 as a hobby. They were known to create gorgeous pieces of jewelry made with semi-precious stones and processed gold finishes. As the years progressed, the elaborate non-precious metals and imitation stones rivaled the quality for which they had always been known. Their slogan was, "Jewels of Legendary Splendor." Trifari started trademarking fine costume jewelry in 1920, and the company continues today with the ancestors of Italian founder Gustavo Trifari. Their prestigious quality pieces have been worn by movie stars and first ladies over a period of many years. Molded glass, gold-finished trifanium, and Austrian crystal rhinestones are abundant in their fabulous pieces. The 1940s found designs of crown pins and lucite jelly bellies, which quickly became collectible. Mazer Brothers consisted of Josef and Louis, whose excellent artistic craftsmanship rivaled Trifari for many years. Mazer offered the public affordable and interesting designs, many of which were floral, foliate, or ribbon and bow motifs, using sterling and Austrian rhinestones for quality dazzle. Vendome first appeared in 1944 as a mark produced by the Coro Company. This new line of costume jewelry was aimed at the wealthy American clientele, aspiring to post-war Parisian chic fashion. Their pieces are often sumptuous reinterpretations of ethnic jewelry and fine art collage pins, and are highly collectible. Josef of Hollywood catered to the movie film industry, designing jewels for the most desirable women on the big screen. Gold, glitter, and glitz would be a great description for this excellent company. Stanley Hagler had been described as the Picasso of jewelry designers, often creating outlandish works of jewelry art, some seemingly larger than life. Colorful and unique pieces became his trademark during the 1950s and 60s. He incorporated hand-blown glass beads repeatedly dipped in pearl resin to create faux seed pearl masterpieces. Regency is a jewelry manufacturer made popular by their exquisite butterfly and floral designs. Many of their jewelry pieces are cushion brooches, meaning they have a domed center, and are expertly crafted by clusters of various rhinestone cuts, pear-shaped, chaton, oval, and marquise. Renoir jewelry was hand-worked solid copper made popular in the 1940s during a regeneration of the arts and crafts movement. In 1952, the name Matisse was added to the trademark. Geometric and abstract copper bracelets and brooches are usually associated with this company. For over 90 years, Eisenberg has been creating fine rhinestone and crystal jewelry with outstanding detail and craftsmanship. The company is still in business today, known as Eisenberg Ice Jewelry. Elaborate designs continue to make women stand out in the crowd with alluring sparkle. Weiss jewelry, founded in 1942, stemmed from the owner having been a designer for Coro jewelry. Weiss quickly became a trendsetter among jewelry companies. They introduced sparkling, smoky gray rhinestones from Austria, which brought about the black diamond craze. Weiss's eye-catching jewelry has been imitated through the years. The prominent quality stones are evident in each of his pieces. There are so many more worthy jewelry designers to watch for. This is the adventure and fun of jewelry collecting. Not all jewelry is signed, so signature is not so important as collecting something personal to you. Some people collect jewelry because the pieces remind them of their youth, or their mother, grandmother, or some favorite aunt. It reminds them of times gone by, the good old days as it may be called, so they collect jewelry from a certain era. Some people choose to collect nothing but butterflies, or animals, or flowers in the shape of pins, earrings, or pendants. Or perhaps people have a fascination for a substance such as bakelite, rhinestone, wood, shell, or metal. Or perhaps themes of sea life, sports, dance, or nature is someone's special interest. Whatever the reason, it is personal and as varied as the flowers that bloom in spring. Now is a good time to start, or add to your collection today. Thanks for watching.